resilience, self-esteem and confidence. But what do these words really mean? In this bite-sized video, I explain the meaning behind the words.
This is how legends are made.
Hi there, and thanks for joining me on today's episode. I'm Ben Jackson, and as always, I'm finding ways to inform you, give advice and tips that can help you improve your life for the better. And today was only a bit of information giving, really. As you may know, I give a lot of talks at schools, and I talk about self-esteem and resilience and self-confidence. And for the first time before a talk, I actually took a moment out of curiosity to look at the meaning or the etymology of some of the words that I use, such as resilience and confidence. And it was fascinating how learning kind of the Latin derivative of those original words. And I wanted to share that with you because I think it's quite interesting how self-esteem and resilience can become a bit white noise, especially in the UK. They use quite a lot, but it sometimes can be a bit unclear what they mean or what they're referring to. So I'm going to offer these to you as a way to hopefully make them more useful for you. So, resilience. As all these words are based back in Latin, and the re part of resilience is to kind of come back. Then the salience bit there comes from the Latin salire, to jump or to leap. So as it comes through the centuries and changes, the word is to bounce back. And I think that's a really fascinating distinction, because I think resilience we often find or think about as being like a shield, that we're impervious, we can bounce off problems, it doesn't touch us. But it's not about not being affected, it's about bouncing back. It's about accepting you're going to get hit, you're going to hit the ground, and then you get back up again. And I like that definition. I think it's more useful, or we can understand it a bit better. So when we think about resilience, it's not about a shield, it's about getting back up. The other word that I looked up as well was confidence, which again is fascinating. Con, or common from the Latin, is to be with, and the fidens bit comes from fidere, to trust. So it's to be full of trust. And if you apply the self-confident, it's to be full of trust of ourselves. It's kind of that idea, it's kind of like under faith, we have faith in ourselves. And then the distinction difference is that it's not about somehow, bragging or blagging our way through a situation and being put off front on. It's about actually realizing that inside ourselves we trust. Inside ourselves we have faith. And that's what confidence is. It's not about being brash. It's about having faith inside. And lastly, the self-esteem. Well, the self is obvious. The esteem part, again, back from the Latin derivative from the original, is about estimation, to value, what price you put on something, to estimate, to esteem. So the idea is how much you value and worth you place on yourself. And those distinctions, which I find fascinating and hope you found useful as well, maybe just get more an understanding of how we can look at self-esteem, where we value ourselves, what's our worth. Confidence, it's actually to do with ourselves, to do the idea how much we trust ourselves. And then finally resilience is how we bounce back. Kind of like breaking the layers away from these meanings, hopefully gives you some more useful understanding. And it certainly helped me, and I know it's worked well with the actual talks I've done, to actually take a moment to understand how these have kind of where they've derived from. So kind of bite size, but I kind of found it fun and useful, and I wanted to share it with you today. So I hope you got some value from that, and you got something to think about at the very least on your run or your walk or whatever you do when you listen and watch the videos and the podcasts. But other than that, say have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I'll catch you next time.
This is how legends are made.